Hi, I'm Bria and welcome to my informative speech video. Today I'll be talking to you about how to longboard. Personally, I find it useful to get to and from campus, like across from side to side, especially when you're running late, like I often am. It's a mode of quick transportation, and learning how to navigate on one is relatively easy. So let's get started. Longboarding is actually relatively easier than skateboarding because the wheels are much bigger and much thicker than the skateboarding wheels. So they're meant to go over cracks, bumps, grass, hair ties, bobby pins, normal things that would stop and throw you on a skateboard. The first step really is to find a board that fits you, one with personalized wheels, or the bottom where the decals are, the stickers, like you can go all out in customizations, but you just have to find one that fits you and what you're trying to do with your board. After you get your board together, all set up, all picked out, you have to find your balance, of course. You have to determine if you're left-footed or right-footed, which I know is a really odd term to hear, but usually if you write with your right hand, you'll be right-footed, vice versa. Unless you play baseball, then it's kind of switched. Honestly, it all comes down to personal preference. After you figure out what footing you are, you have to learn how to keep your balance on that board while moving. And it's a lot, when you first start, it's a lot easier said than done. Now, once you've gotten on the board, gotten it moving while you're on it, you have to learn how your board moves, what your footing placement here does, what this results in. Leaning this way does what. You have to navigate and figure out all of this. I found it easier if you turn your feet sideways like you are on a skateboard in order for you to maintain your balance and keep yourself steady when the momentum gets really, really fast. After that, it gets a little bit easier as well if you use your arms to help guide and keep yourself balanced. It works so much better than just trying to look cool and stoic and holding your arms at your side, because nobody likes falling. And although nobody likes falling, like, it's a crucial element in learning that everybody falls. Like, you fall, I fall, we all fall. Big whoop. You just have to learn that, you gotta laugh it off, get up, try again. You can't let your fear of falling keep you from succeeding, actually enjoy longboarding. So you have to learn to not be scared. You have to have self-confidence. Because self-confidence is simply trusting in one's capabilities and abilities to carry out a specific task, which means that if you believe that you can actually do something, then you can do it. It's just like the saying, putting your mind to it, so on and so forth. It's that. Another crucial step is to understand inertia. Like, if you hit something and it stops you, it's gonna throw you. But if you expect it to throw you beforehand, then you can kind of prep yourself so you can reduce the damage of that potential fall. You might even be able to catch yourself and just stumble and be like, ah. You also have to get really comfortable with going fast, because longboards with the wheels being so wide are meant to go at high speeds, which means you have to lean into the momentum in order to, you can't just stand up straight, because it'll wobble you and then you'll fall. It'll throw you, you'll fall eventually. So it's easier if you kind of crouch a little and bend into it, or if you crouch into your turns when going at those high speeds. They have actually like crafted gloves, so you can use the street as a grip to like swing yourself into a turn. It's phenomenal. And last but not least, you honestly just need to know how to brake, or stop, because there is no braking. It's easier if you just drag your foot alongside on the gravel or the road or whatever it is you're skating on, and slow yourself down than planting your foot, because then you're prone to get thrown off of the board. So it's honestly something you have to get used to. You have to have faith in your one foot on the board riding at that momentum, and the other foot dragging along, and that you don't get tripped up and fall off and things like that. I also would recommend another additional step. If you do fall off your board and your board goes rolling away, try and get it as fast as possible. Because honestly, the last thing that you need is an $150 longboard getting run over by a car. But riding, around campus, just beware of people, beware your surroundings, try not to be a nuisance. You also have to take into account the additional weight on your back if you're riding with a backpack, because that'll affect your leans and could potentially cause you to fall off if you're used to a particular lean and whatnot. So yeah,